Good evening. I call the meeting to order. Welcome to the North Rose-Wolcott Board of Education meeting. We'll begin tonight's meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. A motion, please, to approve tonight's agenda. John and Linda. Discussion. I do have a green sheet here tonight to add to the agenda. I'd like a motion, please, to add the green sheet it has three resolutions on it. A letter of resignation, an agreement, and a theater contract. Motion, please. Leslie and
Can you pass on the copies?
Travis, as soon as it's, yes. I have a motion. I need a second. Tina? Any discussion about adding the green sheet? All right, all in favor of those of adding the green sheet? Motion is carried. The green sheet is added and will be placed at the end of the roll call, after the roll call votes. I wondered where you went. I'll turn the meeting over to Mr.
So thank you, and I can
Mr.
explain the bid piece at the end when we get to it, at the end of consent agenda for the award. That's part of the capital outlay, so I'll explain that when that comes up. But just want to give you a quick update. You know, at the beginning of the month, I shared with you the elementary program, so I just want to kind of close the loop on our last update for the 25-26 school year. You know, Saturday was great. I just want to offer up one last congratulations to the class of 2026. We had 89 students cross the stage, so now there are 89 alumni. It's fantastic turnout from a community, just a great day overall. Thought it was a wonderful ceremony, and really kudos to the high school administration for the job that they did. So it was wonderful. You also had asked me for some updates periodically on the food service program for the summer. You know, when I came in last month, I had shared with you a particular number. We're up to 521 students that are receiving the 7-day-a-week meal plan throughout the 10 weeks of summer. The first delivery went out. Amazon has been doing a fantastic job for us. There are only 10 stops within the district that were not covered by Amazon. We're delivering those 10 stops locally. So our staff is going out. You know, we have the food service van. We are actually dropping off to those 10 houses. So we're very thankful for Rita pursuing that grant. We're very thankful for Amazon, and certainly we're thankful for our staff that are ensuring that our children are being fed over the course of the 10 weeks. This is the last piece. You know, we shared the elementary and middle school program. So the high school academic program also taking place at the middle school. It's a 7-week program. You know, we're going to be doing some credit recovery for kids that didn't quite get it in during the 40 weeks. You're going to get some Regents prep for students that will be taking the assessment in August. We're offering driver's ed, and I believe we're actually doing credit-bearing course this summer where we're actually offering health, which is a way for our students to get up to potential. If they're taking health, they get a half a credit out of their electives for the school year, and then driver's ed for those students who are enrolled in that, that's also a half a credit. So if a student signed up for health and driver's ed, that's a credit for high school that they can take out. And I'm pleased to say that the number of kids coming over from middle school with high school credits, again, we'll give you an update in the summer, that really is continuing to pay dividends by building in breaks within high school schedules. So the living environment results were very good at the middle school again, so we'll wait to share that with you later in the summer. But this is an opportunity for kids to spend, 7 weeks and achieve half a credit versus, 20 weeks. It's a good investment of time, in my opinion. And then they'll be provided with breakfast and lunch as well as snacks. And then we're going to have our mental health supports and counseling available to the high school students as well. So I just wanted to kind of give you that information to close the loop on the year, as I said I would, at the beginning of the month, just so you had a full picture pre-K through 12 what we're offering. Questions or comments? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Tina, is there anyone requesting access to the board tonight? No one? All right, thank you. Under reports and correspondence, we have just one, which is from our policy committee. Leslie, would you like to tell us about that?
Yes, you should have received a copy of all three of them when you received the agenda, so you could look over those. The first policy, we have made some revisions pending the lawyers, and we worked with Chelsea and the special to change that. Anyway, the 7552, according to the lawyer's suggestions, we feel like it's best to delete that one because that's covered under DASA and other things, so we don't need that policy. And then the final one is, again, some more revisions that the lawyers suggested that we'd like you to look at again. We have a couple more outstanding policies that will probably be in one of the next 2 meetings that we will need to have approved as well.
Okay, good. So this is the first read, so it means that our next meeting, it would be the second read, and we would vote on it. We come now to the consent agenda, a motion to approve the consent agenda. Travis and Linda. And that goes all the way over to the bottom of page 7. Any discussion? All right, all those in favor of approving the consent agenda? Motion is carried. If you'll turn to page 8, there are 2 resolutions that we will put into one motion. A motion to approve the lifeguard for the aquatics program, and to approve the person for the leadership council. This will be a roll call vote. So a motion to approve these 2, Travis and Leslie. Any discussion? A roll call vote. Tina?
Cinda,
Yes?
Tina,
Yes.
John,
Abstain.
Linda,
Yes.
Leslie,
Yes.
Travis.
Yes.
Thank you, motion is carried.
Thank you. Motion carried. We come now to the green sheets that are before you. A motion, please, to approve the items, the resolutions on the green sheets. Linda and Tina. Discussion. Mr. Pullen, you wanted to say something
Yeah,
about
just want to
this?
clarify, under item 3, the award for bid for the elementary theatrical contract. So you saw the base bid was 42,000, the alternate bid was rejected. So essentially, we're awarding a contract to Syracuse Scenery, Stage and Lighting not to exceed $90,000. And that's due to the fact that there's going to be some subcontractors working underneath them. So no matter what it is, we can't exceed the $90,000. So they're going to purchase the new curtain, they're going to do the new rigging through Syracuse Stage Design. The subcontractor will be responsible for some of the demolition, some of the reconstruction, and then some of the painting. And that's the board's capital outlay. We want the resolution so that when state ed comes back and looks at reimbursing us for next year, that they can show the resolution was not to exceed 90,000. So I just want to explain that, because when we put it out there for a public bid and you start to see that the alternate is 264 and then your base bid's only 42, you're wondering where the math is going. It's just because there's going to be subcontractor work, and we'll bring that to your attention too when that stuff comes in. Okay?
Any other questions or discussion? Then all in favor of approving these resolutions? Motion is carried. Board member requests, comments, and discussion. Does anyone have anything they want to bring to the board?
Can't think of anything.
All right, our good news. We heard a lot of good news at graduation and the
Yeah.
end of the year programs. We come to the end of our agenda. We need, John?
We mentioned the administration. I think the students, our graduates, were well-behaved, were attentive, and I think as much as possible took part of the gravity of the whole ceremony, which I thought was really nice, because it's not, you can't say that about all schools.
Yeah,
I was
true.
really pleased.
Good. Glad to hear that. Yeah.
And as usual, there was a lot of enthusiasm from friends and family attending as graduates processed across the stage. It was
Yeah.
fun.
We're at the end of our agenda. We do need to move into executive session to discuss the employment history of an employee. A motion, please, to go into executive session. John and Travis. Any discussion? All in favor? Motion is carried. We will be leaving, and we will return when we're finished in executive session. We will not be doing any business when we return other than closing the meeting. So it's up to you whether you choose to stay or not. So at this time, we will leave you to go into executive session.